Lighthouse for Grieving Children was founded 21 years ago and has helped countless children at a time when their lives have been turned upside down and inside out. Lighthouse has continued this essential work throughout the pandemic.
I think the biggest impact that COVID has had on families is the inability to say goodbye to a loved one. We read stories in the news all the time about families that can't say goodbye to a grandparent because they're in a long-term care facility or a nursing home. And also that families can't gather together for mourning rituals. And that's what brings comfort and support. So this can lead to more complicated grief because we don't have the support of our community, of our family and friends that we typically rely on. At Lighthouse, those families can reach out to us. They can become part of our virtual support groups and really get the support they need to help them process through those feelings and work through the grief.
At the outset of lockdown, all their support groups went virtual.
Trying to have the Lighthouse experience as close to what a family would experience here in person. So we've actually been sending activity kits out to our families. They include craft supplies, they include activities to help children process through what they're feeling, to help children remember the person who's died, so memory activities, and activities around grief and grief support. So really that these children have that opportunity to talk about what they're going through, to use activities to facilitate that expression of emotion, to help them preserve the memories of their special person who died, and really reinvest in their lives and build resilience for their future.
While Lighthouse is primarily for children, there are concurrent parent supports.
Because we believe that the health of the parent and how the parent is processing their grief is directly related to how the children will cope with their grief. So we really think it's important to have be offering grief support to both parents and children and youth at the same time. So at Lighthouse, around 2/3 of the families that come here are sole parents. It's the spouse who has died. And obviously the impact COVID has had for those families is they're even more isolated in their grief. Often they're moms at home trying to work, trying to manage homeschooling at the beginning of COVID, now trying to manage multiple children's schedules at school, dealing with their grief and really not having their extended family support like they may have had before. So it can be a period of a lot of anxiety, a feeling of isolation, a feeling of being really alone. So grief support is even more important now to give these families a connection to one another, to other people who are going through similar situations, so they have that support network when our communities are very isolated because of COVID.
Lighthouse is not government funded, so they rely upon fundraising initiatives to provide their support groups for free. With all their regular fundraising events canceled, they've created a new initiative, Kitchen Memories.
So we have collaborated with 5 different celebrity chefs to share their kitchen memories and special memories in the kitchen that brings back recipes of that person who has died. The reason that we gravitated towards that was COVID has brought this return to the table and resurgence of home cooking and the importance of family coming together. And we hear from our Lighthouse families about the empty seat at the table. And, you know, food and kitchen and events like the holidays really bring back a lot of memories for our Lighthouse children. So we felt this was a really good way to merge the memories that we hear here with celebrity chefs that can help raise the profile for grieving children.
For more information, go to grievingchildrenlighthouse.org. Reporting for Halton News, I'm Nikki Wesley.